Governor Gretchen Whitmer will deliver her first State of the State of her new term tomorrow night.
She will lay out her priorities for the first time to a legislature controlled by her own Democratic Party. Political reporter Rick Alvin is here now to talk about what we can expect in this, Rick.
Well, for one thing, you saw that video right there when the governor was giving State of the State in a remote location. For the first time, it'll be back to a joint session. That will be new. But the big new thing will be that Democratic majority. And one of the things you're going to hear is a lot of enthusiasm for folks who have waited for 40 years to get some of their initiatives out there and talked about. And here's some of the things that you know we'll hear. Earned income tax credit already in the pipeline, passed committee today with a provision that Republicans wanted. A pension tax repeal. Republicans want that for all retirement, but we'll see where that goes. Civil rights expansions, also gun safety, and that would include secure storage, background checks, and red flag laws. And there, the devil is in the detail. You might get some Republicans on some of those issues on guns, but it's going to depend on how it's written. And here's the other thing. I'll be listening for how far the governor goes. She's got 40 years of priorities. But there are other political considerations because we know that there are other races that could be lying ahead depending on what those might be. So how far do you go? How quickly do you go? Those are the things that I'm watching for tomorrow night.
All right, and Rick, as you mentioned, Democrats in control now. They've got the majority in Lansing, the governor's office, the state legislature. Talk about that agenda a little bit, and how do they move forward? As you said, all the considerations that have to be in place, but there is some actions they want to get done.
First of all, elections have consequences, and they do have a majority, and they want to use that majority to take care of some of those items that may have been shoved into committee and not even talked about for the last 40 years. On the other hand, they may want to use some restraint because at some point they're going to need Republican votes. So they don't want to go out and pass just partisan issues right in the very beginning. And then the other question is, even though they have the majority and they get to set the agenda, that majority is very slim. If they lose one vote in the House or one vote in the Senate, they can't pass it. They're going to need Republican cooperation at some point, so they're going to have to measure their agenda with what they want to do versus what the possible is.
All right. We know you'll be in Lansing tomorrow, Rick.
Well, yeah, it's going to snow, so of course I'll be in Lansing.
Of course you're going to be there. Good timing. Thanks, Rick. And we will have complete coverage of the State of the State address tomorrow. You can watch it live at 7 o'clock on woodtv.com, and then look for a complete recap and analysis on News 8 at 10 and 11.